Hello, my name is John Hassick, and this is my presentation on my strategic management capstone, which will cover what I learned during my internship at the Packard Customer Center. I will be covering the business challenge that was identified, the costs associated with the business challenge, and explain the current decision-making process that brought about the business challenge. I will also discuss the business challenge in terms of the system dynamics currently impacting the Packard Customer Center and provide an analysis of the current decision-making process at the Packard Customer Center, as well as the application of a system solution that would likely improve Packard Customer Center outcomes. Additionally, I will cover the cost savings and value captured from implementing a system solution and the plan of action, budget, and an execution plan for implementing the system solution. My strategic management capstone internship was completed at the Packard Customer Center. The Packard Customer Center is a department at Packard Parts, which is a division of Packard Incorporated. Packard Incorporated produces light, medium, and heavy-duty commercial trucks under the brand names of DAF, Kenworth, and Peterbilt. DAF is primarily sold in the European, Australian, and South American markets, whereas Kenworth and Peterbilt are primarily sold in the North American and Australian markets through an extensive OEM dealership network. Packard supplies its Kenworth and Peterbilt factories with parts and assemblies produced by its Packard Powertrain and Dynacraft divisions. Packard provides their customers with specialized financing for new and used trucks, as well as repairs on their trucks through its Packard Financial division, and Packard Parts offers aftermarket parts and services through its Packard Parts distribution centers and online parts counter, as well as through its 24/7 365 technical support Packard Parts 365 Center, which includes Packard engine support and the Packard Customer Center. The Packard Customer Center is the general information and support portal for the Packard Parts 365 Center. The Packard Customer Center uses Total Customer Solutions 365 technologies to provide support services for dealerships, aftermarket customer service, and roadside support for fleet customers in North America. The business challenge focus of my internship at the Packard Customer Center involved the training document system, where the training documents had become disorganized, outdated, and inconsistent. This training documents problem impacts the Packard Customer Center agents because they rely on training documents to answer customer questions and to address customer problems. However, agents have difficulty doing so because of the various problems with the training documents. Consequently, agents often rely on department team leads and supervisors to assist with customer needs, which shifts the burden of the problem to an external intervener. Also, the training documents problem has created inefficiencies for the Packard Customer Center. The cost of the training documents problem for the Packard Customer Center includes both direct and indirect costs. The direct costs include the cost of wages that are spent on lost efficiency, productivity, and time, as well as wages spent as a result of the training documents problem, which amounts to $191,750 per year. The indirect costs to the Packard Customer Center include employee frustration, customer satisfaction, and customer trust, which cannot be accurately measured and assigned a cost value. The stakeholders in this scenario include Packard Parts, as well as the Packard Customer Center and its department managers, supervisors, team leads, agents, and customers. The training documents problem specifically affects productivity, department goal attainment, supervisor and team lead time management, as well as customer center agent efficiency. Generally speaking, the training documents problem also affects revenues for Packard Parts, as well as the time considerations and potential revenue of its customers. The current decision-making process at the Packard Customer Center involves Packard Customer Center agents using the training document system to find answers to customer questions or to help customers with problems, and then asking a team lead or supervisor to assist them when they're unable to resolve customer issues. The current decision-making process is effective and as a standardized process that is easy to follow and that produces mostly positive results. However, the current decision-making process is ineffective because it is outdated and produces inefficiencies for agents, team leads, and supervisors. When applying the systems theory framework to the training documents problem at the Packard Customer Center, I found that the dynamics involved are best exemplified by shifting the burden to the intervener systems archetype, where a short-term external intervention is used to address this problem symptom, which produces some positive immediate results. The shifting the burden to the intervener systems archetype is visually represented to the right. In the case of the Packard Customer Center training documents problem, the short-term external intervention is where employees seek help from a team lead or a supervisor to resolve customer issues, which utilizes the capabilities of the team leads and supervisors as internal actors to accomplish that goal, and achieve some positive immediate results. However, these immediate results are temporary and will not alleviate the problem symptom of the training documents problem, which will continue to persist until a long-term solution can be found. Any long-term solutions tend to be more difficult and time-consuming to implement, so there is typically a delay in attaining an internal solution. Once a long-term internal solution can be implemented, optimal performance can be achieved. At the PACCAR Customer Center, the long-term internal solution is the updating and restructuring of the training document system, which is the purpose of my strategic management capstone internship. Possible downsides to improving the training document system include fewer interactions between PACCAR Customer Center agents and their team leads or supervisors, which could negatively impact feedback mechanisms and the effectiveness of the training program. Likely upsides to improving the training document system include a more effective use of the system, which would improve agent efficiency, productivity, individual learning, and self-sufficiency. For an effective analysis of possible solutions to the PACCAR Customer Center training documents problem, it is important to compare how maintaining the current decision-making process and applying a systems theory solution would affect decision outcomes. Maintaining the current decision-making process would mean that the PACCAR Customer Center will continue to experience inefficiencies, inhibited productivity, and reduced profitability. The projected value of maintaining the current decision-making process would be the value derived from sustaining the current modes of operation and processes that do not require new learning or investments. Applying a systems theory solution to the documents training problem at the PACCAR Customer Center would improve efficiency, enhance productivity, and increase profitability. The projected value of applying a systems theory solution would be in implementing improvement processes that would save time, resources, and money. The key savings and value considerations for the PACCAR Customer Center training documents problem are the specific cost savings and the value that would be captured in implementing a systems theory solution. To calculate the net cost savings of the systems theory solution for the PACCAR Customer Center, I needed to know the amount in saved wages that would otherwise be spent on the training document inefficiencies, as well as the cost of employing a team lead to manage, monitor, and maintain the training document system. Given the amount of time that each PACCAR Customer Center agent, team lead, and supervisor spends on the documents training problem, and using the average wage for each of those positions, I calculated the total cost savings of applying the systems theory solution at the PACCAR Customer Center to be $191,750 per year. And I found the cost of employing a team lead to manage, monitor, and maintain the training document system by using the average wage of a team lead, which is $78,000 per year. Once I completed these calculations, I was able to calculate the net cost savings of implementing the proposed systems theory solution by taking the total amount of saved wages and deducting the cost of an additional team lead, which results in a net cost savings of $113,750 per year for the PACCAR Customer Center. The value captured from applying a systems theory solution to the PACCAR Customer Center workplace includes improved efficiency, productivity, and learning capabilities that contribute to the advancement of personal competencies, growth, and development. And the value captured for the PACCAR brand includes customer trust, retention, and sales that affect overall profitability. To implement the systems theory solution at the PACCAR Customer Center, it is important to develop a plan of action, a budget, and an execution plan. In terms of the training documents problem at the PACCAR Customer Center, an appropriate plan of action involves measuring and defining the scope of the training documents problem, determining the amount of time and resources that would be needed to make the proposed changes, evaluating the maintenance requirements and potential efficacy of the solution, as well as considering how employees will adjust to departmental changes. Developing a budget to address the training documents problem at the PACCAR Customer Center involves determining the cost of the systems theory solution, justifying the cost to the appropriate channels, and getting the cost approved so that the systems theory solution can be implemented and maintained. And establishing an execution plan involves hiring, promoting, or assigning an employee to the new team lead position to perform the tasks of managing, monitoring, and maintaining the training document system. To conclude this presentation, I would like to talk about my takeaways from my strategic management capstone internship at the PACCAR Customer Center. The Applied Business Management program at Pierce College provided me with an understanding of modern business practices, strategic management, and how to adapt to change, all of which are essential to success in the professional environment. Additionally, the Applied Business Management program taught me that the systems theory framework is a valuable tool to have when examining organizational problems. While using the systems theory framework, I gained a comprehensive understanding of business dynamics by using the concepts of adaptive leadership, project management, accounting and finance, business research and analysis, strategic decision making, as well as sustainable business models to analyze and resolve specific business problems or challenges. In terms of the lessons that I learned from my strategic management capstone internship, I was given the opportunity to learn how to use new tools and technologies to solve an existing problem, to implement the solution, and to see how the solution worked in practice. I also gained a deeper understanding of the impact of the systemic problems, which provided me with a greater appreciation of the intricacies of business operations, management, and administration. Thank you for watching my presentation about my strategic management capstone internship at the PACCAR Customer Center. Have a great rest of your day.